Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saren, founder of the Comedy Cures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. So my friend Rob is making me call this the cancer living list because he doesn't like the bucket list. But I love my bucket list. And I remember the first night I was diagnosed and that whole week just making my bucket list. And I really thought long and hard about all the things that I would want to do if, God forbid I passed away. And so I personally call it the bucket list. He calls it the living list. So you can pick whichever one you want that feels good and yummy for you. But I would encourage you to start your list and then start living that list every chance you get. Now, I pray and hope that none of us pass away from cancer, but I'm just telling you that list was incredibly liberating. And I have to share with you that, God willing, I'm getting to do one of my major bucket list items. Now, by the time this podcast airs, I will have done this major bucket list thing, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And then I can update you on the experience another time. But I don't want to miss the opportunity to tell you how this happened. So I am an Eagles fan. Now, some of you are going, boo, I'm a Giants fan. Boo, I'm a 49ers fan. I know we beat y'all on the way to this Super Bowl 57. But I have always wanted to go to an Eagles Super Bowl. And as you know, the Eagles have not been that good for a long time. Well, not that good to make it to the Super Bowl that often. This time, when we beat the teams that we beat, going to the Super Bowl, I was really happy, but I knew I was going to the Super Bowl. And everybody was like, you can't go to the Super Bowl. It's just so expensive. How are you going to get tickets? How are you going to get plane flights? Everything's so expensive. And I said to everyone, I'm going to the Super Bowl. It is on my bucket list. I am going to manifest going to the Super Bowl. And that's why this bucket list, or the living list, as my friend Rob calls it, is so important. Because you've put so much thought into these amazing things, and some of them are small, quiet things. But this one was a big, loud thing that you want to do, that they one by one just start happening. Now, I can't guarantee that you're going to win the lottery, but you have to just make this list and really daydream about it. When things get tough, or you have a long wait in the chemo room or waiting for scans or for a doctor, look at your bucket list or your living list, as Rob calls it, on your phone, in your notebook that you take with you, and really think about those things and how you're going to achieve each one. I said to my husband, when the Eagles got in, I want to go to the Super Bowl. And of course, he was like, we can't go to the Super Bowl. It's just so expensive. It's so hard. And I've already been to the Super Bowl. And I was like, well, good for you. But I want to go to a Super Bowl. And it's my team. We root for separate teams. He's a Jets fan. So anyway, I just said, okay, then I'm going to go without you. But I'm going to the Super Bowl. Now, I don't think he ever thought that I would get this done so quickly. So lo and behold, I kid you not, the next morning I get an email from a friend of mine who has chartered a plane. Now, I didn't even really understand how to charter a plane, but this guy chartered a plane And I had to decide in a split second if I was getting on this chartered plane out of Philadelphia. So I immediately said yes, even though I did not have a ticket. I did not know how I was going to get a ticket or pay for a ticket, but I just knew I was going to the Super Bowl. You're going to hear me say that a lot because I am so excited. Anyway, so I called up a girlfriend who's also a stage 4 cancer survivor from Philadelphia. And I said, you have 1 minute to make a decision. Someone I know has chartered a plane to go to Glendale, Arizona. And well, the plane lands in Phoenix, but Glendale, Arizona is where the Super Bowl is going to be. You have to tell me in 1 second, do you want to go? And she said, how much is it going to cost? Do you have a ticket? And I'm like, nope, don't have tickets. But if you're committed that it's okay that we sit in the nosebleed section, I know we're going to get tickets, but we've got to reserve the seat on the plane right away. So she's like, okay. And so I right away email back, 2 of us on the plane. We're both stage 4 cancer survivors and we're both from Philadelphia and we've got to be on this plane. Okay, fine. So then I say, okay, now I have to get tickets. She goes, I have an idea. I have to make a phone call. And I had to get on a Zoom. So I had no idea what was going on, but I had to be on the Zoom. Do you know she called me right back, but I was on the Zoom and I wanted to pick it up so badly. I kid you not. I'm on the Zoom with a Giants fan and a 49ers fan, and I'm wearing my vintage Eagles cap that was my father's, right? So I'm wearing this on the Zoom call because I'm just manifesting these tickets. And of course, they were like grumbling, these 2 guys, because we had beat them. And I'm going to go to this Super Bowl. But we had a good laugh about it. And I said, I really want to pick up this call, but I couldn't because it was a very serious Zoom. So anyway, I call her back. And she tells me she got us 2 tickets for free to the Super Bowl. So yes, for free, guys, for free. So I text my husband that I'm going to the Super Bowl. I got a plane and I got tickets. And my husband thinks that somehow I've chartered a plane. And how much that was going to cost, and am I out of my mind? But I didn't charter a plane. I just knew someone who chartered a plane, and I got us on that plane. So I had to clear that all up. But my girlfriend and I are going to the Super Bowl, and it was on her bucket list too. So I just want to let you know that I live, well, as I said, Rob says that I have to call it a living list, not a bucket list, but they really do start to come true. So I really want you to start developing it. You can send it to me. I would love to read your living list. I'm just so curious. It's amazing how little the items can be or how large the items can be. But one by one, if you really, really think about it and tell everyone you know what you hope to achieve, people really do conspire to help you. They really do. I know we get a lot of bad eggs out there sometimes, but if you put this into full force, hopefully they'll start to come true. And I do want to read yours if you want to send it to me. Okay. Have a blessed day. And I hope the Eagles win, guys. Sorry, all you Kansas fans. I just hope the Eagles beat the Chiefs. If you've enjoyed this podcast, then I'd love to ask for you to go to comedycures.org and check out our membership circle levels. You will find even more resources and more programming, like our live virtual Q&A sessions with me, our live Comedy Cures events with our very talented comedians, live health builder workshops with Jackie Bryan, hosted by me, a robust monthly newsletter, plus much more. It's really an exciting community. So please consider becoming a member, giving it as a gift, telling your friends, telling your hospital support group all about this community. I can't think of a more empowering way to go through a cancer journey or your survivorship or your caregiving experience than with us at Beating Cancer Daily. It's truly an honor to serve you. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.